So today we have an Ask ETJ birthday special. I'll be answering some of your questions about British pronunciation. There will also be a few questions in there about me, because it's my birthday and I'm going to be selfish. So hello everybody, this is Elliot from ETJ English. I thought I'd change things a little bit. I'm standing today. Yes, I decided to stop being lazy, stop sitting on my bottom when I make these videos, get a bit of exercise by standing up in this lesson. So I hope you don't mind. If you don't like the standing, let me know in the comments. So that's right, if you're watching this video on the day it's released, which is Saturday, the 15th of June, 2019, then it's my birthday. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Anyway, enough about the birthday stuff. You guys know how this goes. Ask ETJ. I usually post a picture on Instagram and you guys comment on it telling me what you want me to answer, what questions you want me to answer. And we're going to start with a pronunciation question. And that question is the difference between wonder and wander. Wonder, wander. Now, lots of people already know the difference between these two words. One word, to wonder, means, oh, I wonder. When you think about something or contemplate something, you wonder about it, okay? We even say, I wonder, when we're not sure about something. However, the word wander, to go for a wander, might mean just to go for a slight stroll, a small walk, okay? And now we have these two different vowel sounds which make the difference between the two words. Wonder, wander, o. Now the second sound, o, is one of the most British sounds you can get. It's such a British sound and it really does separate us from the Americans. It's in words like not, hot, pot. Really, really special sound for British English, and I want you to make sure that you can pronounce this correctly. O. Now, if you need detailed explanations of how to pronounce all of the vowel sounds, then that's where you can join my pronunciation course. But just to give you a very kind of brief review of how we pronounce this sound, we create a round shape with the mouth, okay? Kind of round, it's almost, for me, I have quite a fishy mouth, a big mouth, so I kind of go round and a little bit vertical. O, okay? So I'm creating this kind of lift with my tongue. And the sound rolls through. It's a short vowel sound, okay? So, wander, one, wander. And the other sound is wonder, okay? This is in words like nut, hut, but. So if we were comparing the two sounds, we have nut and not, for example. O. So, just to answer your question one more time, wonder, wander. Two very similar vowel sounds. As I said, you can learn the real specifics in my course if you really want to. Next. So this is an interesting question. Elliot, what do you think of the royal family? And that will be most British people's answer. We don't really care. Next. This is a good one. So in the Cockney accent, okay, lots of people pronounce the TH sound as th. So for example, words like think, a Cockney might pronounce as think, okay? They put the top teeth on the bottom lip. Think. Now, I have mixed emotions about this. I'm very happy of my country and its heritage, so I enjoy it when I hear a Cockney accent use this. But when you're a pronunciation teacher and you teach RP, like I do myself, there becomes this difficulty because a lot of my students really love the Cockney accent. One of the most common mistakes that students make is they can't pronounce the TH sound. So lots of you listening right now probably have a problem with putting your tongue between your teeth every time you pronounce the TH sound, right? And Cockneys don't do it. And also other areas of the UK. Some people would say think instead of think. But the thing I have to tell you is, as a non-native, it's going to keep making you sound like a non-native if you do this. So I know you might really like the Cockney accent, but doing this is going to make you sound more like a non-native because it's a very common non-native mistake. to not pronounce the TH sound in its true form, in the kind of RP form, or general English form. Next, this is one which I get asked about a lot. I have a whole lesson comparing these two sounds in my course, and it's about the difference between and a, met and mat, or set and sat. It's actually very, very simple, but quite difficult to execute, okay? What we need to do is execute the difference between a and e. So we're not saying met instead of mat. For the a sound, tongue down in the bottom of the mouth. A. Mouth open, nice and wide. The tongue is pushing down into the bottom, which should make the chin go down. A. Okay? A. Now the other sound is e. Also like in Elliot, right? E. So this is a bit of a different sound. We're actually lifting the tongue a little bit more. Now the tongue should be kind of near the front of the mouth and in the middle, okay? So not at the top, not at the bottom, we're in the middle of the mouth. Eh. And we slightly spread the lips, as you can see. So eh, ah, met, mat, mat, met, ah, ah. Practice moving that tongue up for the eh, down for the ah. Practice seeing your mouth move into different positions. Next, good question. Elliot, what are you doing for your birthday? I'll be with my family having a barbecue, most probably, judging by the forecast, in the rain, and having a great time. And hopefully someone has listened to me and bought me the new Liverpool t-shirt as a birthday present. We'll see. You'll find out on Instagram. Next, studio, studio. Tune, tune. Student, student. YouTube, YouTube. Now both are British, both ways of saying all those words, and there are others. When we have this tew sound, a lot of British people will pronounce it as chew. Now I've talked about this in a lesson previously, so I won't go into detail too much, but there are two ways essentially, and both of them are British. Now the old-fashioned British way is pronouncing all of those consonants together and creating this tew sound. So for example, the word tune, which is how I prefer to pronounce it, lots of old-fashioned people and very posh people will pronounce it as tune, tune, tune. So we're doing a t, a y, and an oo, tew, like Tuesday, right? Now, I'm not a big fan of pronouncing it like this, and I teach modern British English, so the things you'll hear the most in daily life, and it's not that. And the most common way is a ch sound. It's easier, you'll sound British, so who cares? Tune, student, student, okay? YouTube, YouTube. Next. Now this is a good one because I've been thinking about this recently. Not because I want to change my job, but somebody asked me, if you ever chose a different career, what would it be? Now, I wouldn't change my job as a pronunciation teacher. Pronunciation is my first love, it's my one true love. I love teaching it, I love the students I teach, and everyone who joins my course has a great time with me because it's just fun. I like to make it fun. But I was thinking the other day about maybe expanding things a little bit. Now, I'm a busy guy, but I do have time in the week for maybe starting a second channel, or maybe starting a podcast. Now here's the thing I've been thinking about. So I love gaming, right? I'm a bit of a nerd, and I kind of have like maybe one day free in the week where I could spend an hour or two streaming. Okay, so live streaming myself, playing games, listening practice for you guys. Now if I don't do this, then I would make a podcast. Okay. Now, if I made a podcast, it would probably be me complaining about lots of things, talking about controversial topics, and again, it would just be a listening practice for you. Which one would you prefer? Write in the comments below, and I will create whatever it is this month. Next, we have another good question, pronunciation. How do you pronounce interesting? Well, there you go. Interesting. Now, it's funny because some people pronounce it as interesting with an E sound. But if you go onto Cambridge Dictionary website, you will see that it is pronounced with a schwa sound. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now that only sounds good when you talk fast. And this is the thing with the schwa sound. It's designed to be said fast, so it makes words faster, it makes sentences faster. So only use the schwa sound if you're going to use it fast. Like I wouldn't say, oh, that's very interesting. I wouldn't say that. I would say, oh, that's very interesting. Interesting. But if I were to speak a little bit faster, I would say, oh, that's very interesting. Interesting. And that is becoming an a schwa sound. And this shows that the schwa sound can appear out of nowhere. It's like a ninja, right? It will just appear and it will attack a vowel and it will replace it. For example, the word about. We have this about, about. And that's what's happening, right? I don't really know what that was, but it just came to my mind and I thought, you know, I don't know, I'm sorry. Now I just want to quickly go back to that word interesting. And I'm going to talk about a few other words where this happens, where we kind of lose the sound, right? We call this elision in words. So for example, library, we don't say library, we usually say library. Dictionary, I don't say dictionary, I say dictionary. Okay, dictionary. So it happens a lot in words, and again, the problem with British English is, and this is a real problem for my students, and that's why they love having me on WhatsApp to send voice messages and questions to whenever they want, even on my birthday. There aren't always written rules in English. We have guidelines, we have ideas, particularly with intonation, but also with words, you know? It's hard to know when we pronounce a word with a long vowel or with a short vowel, or why we use this vowel sound in this word and not this vowel sound. It's confusing. And most of it is from correcting yourself or being corrected by a teacher, making those mistakes. And I say this all the time. Just be around the language and listen to it. And the more you listen to it, the more you're going to pick things up. So that's it. That's June's Ask ETJ birthday special. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had a great time. I'm going to go and eat some birthday cake now. Thank you in advance for all the birthday messages you'll be writing below, because I know you're going to be writing them. Even in December, you'll probably still be saying happy birthday. So thank you very much, guys. I love you all. You're great. I'll speak to you soon. And remember, if you want to join my British pronunciation course and get yourself a new accent, go to etjenglish.com and we can work together to make your accent perfect. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Cheers, guys.